Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Agent Psycho. Welcome to another little commentary that I sometimes like to do. Yeah, you guys probably know what this is. Anyways, so, with that awkward intro out of the way, right now I just want to talk about what happened earlier tonight, because right now it's nighttime at the time I'm recording this. So yeah, the gameplay you're seeing here is the last few clips of or videos of gameplay that I managed to record before, Combat Arms went all fucking AWOL on me with the whole play claw or not being able to record thing because now Combat Arms client somehow thinks it's a hack program. Don't look at me, look at Nixon. But that being said, so yeah, this commentary will not be over like 10 or 15 minutes or however much gameplay that I have left on my hard drive. I only have like two separate videos. I don't really know how long they are, but they both should be like somewhere around less than 10 minutes. So at most, this video should be like 15 minutes. So I guess you guys have that to be thankful for, because some of you guys have been complaining about commentaries that have been too long. Anyways, so earlier tonight, I've jumped on some CA. Now, mind you, up till this point, CA has not had a single monthly update, which indicates to me that Nexon is no longer focusing as heavily as they were on combat members anymore. Probably because they realize that not a lot of people play it anymore because of their little mishaps with the reboot operation. But I'll reserve further judgment until I have more concrete evidence. But anyways, like I said earlier tonight, hopped on some CA onto my main account, and mind you, as I was jumping on it, it takes my computer like a full 5 minutes to fucking load it, when before it only took like a 1, maybe 2 minutes at the most if something was like, going wrong with the hardware. But now it takes like fucking 5. And like 4 of those 5 minutes are just waiting for my computer to actually do something, because right as I tell my computer to launch the client, it fucking black screens my monitor and fucking stays like that for like 3 or so, 4 minutes or so, until it actually starts loading the client itself. I have no idea why it does that, because it's only recently happened since like a month, maybe a couple weeks ago. It started happening around the same time that my play call program no longer became recognized as a legitimate program and started becoming recognized as a hack program. Thanks, Nexon, you bastards. But that being said, so yeah, after going through that nonsense, hopped on some CA onto my main account and just started playing a couple games, because it's been some time since I last played CA, and nostalgia sometimes comes back to me, and I played a couple games. And a couple things happened. The first thing that I want to talk about is when I jumped into this oil rig game, and I met this guy named Skyton. Now, Skyton, if you're listening to this, I want you to listen real closely, because I honestly don't give a shit what you're about to say after you listen to this. That's your own opinion. Let me just fill you guys in on a few background details. So Skyton is this one dude who plays Combat Arms, who I've actually known for quite some time. I've known him for at least a couple of years now. I think at least since I was a freshman in college, which was about 2 years ago. Which means I would know him for 2 years, so hence few years. Get my logic. Anyways, hopefully that wasn't too hard to follow. He had at one point been on my friends list, but I think a year or maybe half a year ago I decided, you know what, my friends list is just way too cluttered. So I wiped it, deleted everyone that I didn't know was, or who wasn't a close or important friend of mine that I need to have my friends list, and I just wiped it clean. Before that, I used to just take friend invites from whoever, and Skyton was one of them. But I think he was involved in some of my videos, particularly maybe some contest videos, some weapons testing videos back when I did in-depth videos on like categories of guns and stuff like that. And I thought it was a cool dude. And I jump into this oil rig game, and it happens to be that this dude is on the other team. Now, mind you, I'm using M416 CQB camo and the G36E Autumn Valkyrie. Now, I think about halfway into the game, I noticed up to this point I wasn't really paying attention to chat, because I just want to fucking enjoy the game and play Combat Arms, because that's what I'm there to do. And halfway through the game, I realized that Skyton's talking to me. I looked over to him, and I read him basically throwing some, the usual internet abusiveness. You faggot, you troll. Not troll. He was a troll, but I'll explain that later. You noob. He fucking bagged on me for using the M416 camo when he was using a G36E, which, if you're gonna bitch about what gun someone else is using when you're using a G36E, you deserve to uninstall, you motherfucking faggot. But anyways, I apologize for that abusive language. I did not mean that. All sorts of things, and you guys can probably fill it in with using your own imaginations. And so I was like, wow, dude. I mean, I know we haven't talked in a while, and it wasn't like we were, it's not like we're close friends. We just knew each other. It's kind of like the whole YouTuber slash subscriber kind of relationship that was going on there. We just knew each other, but it's not like we went out of the way to, be buddy friends over the internet, because that's kind of weird, right? But it wasn't like he was that kind of guy. So at first I saw these comments and I was like, wow, dude, you've changed a lot, haven't you? And I think there was one moment where he killed me with his USP and he said peace or PZ, and I was like, okay, dude, all right, that's great. So after the game ended, I was like, dude, it's like, I know we haven't talked in a while, but man, like, damn, you've changed, man. And all of a sudden he goes, see, I made you do it. I made you have a reaction. That's what I wanted, dude. And I was like, okay, well, I hope you realize you just paid a huge price for just wanting something as stupid as a reaction. So now, if you're listening to Skyton, just remember that I'm not really too huge of a fan of you. I mean, then again, saying that is kind of inaccurate to begin with, because it's not like I'm a fan of anybody. But, there's some people I like more than others, and some people I dislike more than others. And, at first, because I've known you, and keep in mind, we've run into each other plenty of times before this. And it's not like you fucking went out of your way and, said peace every time you killed me with a pistol. And then all of a sudden, now you decide to do it? Like, really, dude? Okay, I mean, I guess that's not cool, I guess, because, I mean, I'm not the kind of person you want to troll and expect me to, just brush it off like it's nothing. It's like, if you were a close friend of mine, and then he did that, yeah, you can get away with that because you're a close friend of mine, and I can understand. Especially if you're someone who does that, all the time. And it's like, well, that's just what he really usually does. But that was like the first time I've ever seen you do that, dude. And for you to all of a sudden say, I just wanted to get a reaction out of you. It's like, well, I guess you're no better than basically everyone else who just wants a reaction, quote unquote, out of me. So, I guess you're no better, and I guess I was wrong to have my hopes in you that you were better than the rest. So, I guess Mr. Skyton has just regressed into, just one of those punks on the internet who play combat arms and just, all they want to do is just try to get a reaction out of me. So, well, I guess I'll be more careful when the next time I hop on combat arms. And the other thing that I wanted to mention was, I think there was this one dude who was constantly whispering me about having a 1v1. And I was like, dude, if you watch my latest video regarding, combat arms, you would know why I won't be able to record. I like recording 1v1s. That's why I have a series on my channel. And if I'm going to do a 1v1, I want to be able to record it. But unfortunately, the only means that I have of using, the only means of recording it would be to use fraps. And I've already explained why I don't want to use fucking fraps, because it's going to be inconvenient as shit. And it's going to be much more work for me than it usually really is. And he was like, oh, I understand if I'm the one guy you say no to and everyone else you say yes to, or something like that. I don't fucking know. I don't remember because I wasn't paying attention. And I was like, and you won't be the first, man. It's like, dude, I understand that there's a lot of people out there who really want to do 1v1s with me, but at the end of the day, you just have to realize that either I'm just not in the mood for it, because a lot of people who just want to do 1v1s with me only want to do have 1v1s with me simply because of the fact that they want to be able to say, oh, I beat Agent Psycho in a 1v1. I think I've already talked about this conversation before, or this topic before, so I won't go too in depth into this. But because of that, it's kind of like, well, how can I trust you not to be one of those, I was about to say, bundle of sticks again, but I don't want to say that again because that's really offensive. Like, how do I know that you're not one of those fucks, who just want to be able to have the privilege of saying, oh, I beat Agent Psycho in a 1v1, I'm going to stroke myself off and rub my e-dick a little bit harder. How do I know? So, unfortunately, there's that. And also, it's like, dude, get over it, I've denied 1v1 requests to a lot of people. You're not the only fucking one that I've said no to and said, I'm sorry, I'm not doing a 1v1. So fucking get over yourself and just realize that, there's reasons why I'm not doing 1v1s. Because, first of all, I might not feel like it. Second of all, there's people out there who have ill intentions, to be honest. Third of all, just don't have an easy way of recording. That's, take it or leave it, I guess. And lastly, I think it's another thing involving whisperings, and this one dude or girl, I don't really know, telling by their username, but anyways, they were like, oh, why no CA vids? And then they kept whispering me like emotes, like, oh, sad face and stuff like that, and I was like, dude, watch my... These people know me. They claim to know me, and yet they don't watch my YouTube videos. At least the ones that have to pertain to combat arms. Like the video that I put up that regards all the information that I discussed about why I'm not able to post combat arms videos at the moment. At least you should be able to read that just judging off or watch those judging by their titles, right? You don't have to watch all my CS:GO videos. You don't have to watch all the other videos that I put up that aren't combat arms. But just please, for the love of God, just be up to date with the most recent news or whatever. That'd be really nice. I don't want to keep saying the same information I've said over and over again in like other videos or to other people. It kind of wears me down. I know it's not your fault, but you kind of have a responsibility of making sure you're informed. Stop trying to take the easy way out and ask the person in game and expect them to reply back to you. Try to find information for yourself, which apparently that's a skill that not a lot of people in this world have. Just saying. But yeah, anyways, those were the things that happened tonight. Not really things I really want to experience in combat arms. I don't know, it just kind of makes me think back to the days when all I had to worry about was just playing the game and doing well. Now, especially nowadays, I have to worry about people all constantly whispering me about, oh, why, what about this, what about that, 1v1s, or whatever they want. And I know some of you guys are saying, oh, suck it up, dude, you're a YouTuber with 10k subs, that's your responsibility. Yeah, well, I'm not trying to say it's not my responsibility, though I have disagreements with that, but I'd like to see you constantly get barraged by requests, whispers, and shit like that. Even for me, it kind of wears me down over a long period of time. It's very tiring. It's more tiring than you think. And don't think that you don't know because just because oh, how's that so stressful? Because you've never been a YouTuber. Being a YouTuber is a little bit harder than you might think. And I've said this many times before. And I'm sure some people will complain about that too. But anyways, I think I've been talking for way too long now, and it's just about to hit the 15-minute mark. Hopefully I have enough gameplay for this. But yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later.